We have a new development that is just launched in Calabogie. I was wondering if you could talk about it a little bit, but also I want to hear your top 3 reasons why someone should be buying a property in Calabogie.
This build that we have, this new construction piece that's happening, I don't get excited about a lot of things, but that excited me because I saw what they were doing. Those of you who've missed out on Blue Mountain and you have any interest in a ski hill or a ski chalet property, except you don't want to pay Blue Mountain or you don't want to pay Toronto prices, this is your entrance opportunity. That's the number one thing for me. I mean, it was so affordable. Like we were talking like maybe in the 500s per square foot for a unit there.
Which is prices that we haven't seen in...
No one's seen that.
Price point, huge. This is an excellent reason why it's a good investment. Tell me 2 more I want to hear.
When we spoke with these guys, they're treating it like a gated community. I can get out of my unit in the summertime, get into my golf cart with a bucket of beer, head down the hill, play 9 holes, which they have right in front of the chalet. And then I can take my golf cart over the docks and into the boat, and I'm off on the lake for the rest of the day and going out to dinner. There's a little restaurant right down by your docks. Everything that you can do is completely accessible, surrounded by thousands of acres of crown land, which you absolutely can never be built on. So everything that you're going to be living in there or dealing with there is going to be just pristine, just the way you see it. I was so impressed that they brought us out there for the day. Took us up skiing. We had ownership and ski patrollers coming with us. We also had a bunch of guys that were like first aid and rescue coming with us as well. And they've spent decades on the hill, and they told us everything about the hill and why this path was named this. They showed us the views, they showed us all the development sites, and you could really start to see the bang for the buck. Really what we're talking about here, to give the best example, is ground zero for Blue Mountain, except this peak is taller, and they're adding crazy amount of new runs now.
We actually looked into that, and it was like
we didn't believe
200 feet or something like that taller. And we didn't really know, because when we first got there, you could see the crest of the mountain or the knuckle of the mountain, but it went up like back.
It just kept
further
going
up, and we were on that chairlift quite a while, and I was like, wow, this is a good elevation. One thing I want to emphasize about Calabogie is that you have, unlike Blue Mountain, Horseshoe Valley, the popular places, you have your skiing, which is great, skiing, snowboarding, golfing, that is right at the base. But then you also have a lake. That trifecta right there, those 3 things, that's unlike any other resort property.
In Ontario. I mean, we get this out in BC on the mountain ranges, but you don't get that here.
Yeah, this in Ontario, and so that making it, an amazing 4-season property.
Which brings us to our next point, which is going to be the rentals. Can you short-term rent Calabogie? Absolutely.
Yes.
You can hotel pool it, meaning the hotel or the resort looks after it for you. They take a small cut. We looked at the numbers. You're getting the bare share of everything. The visibility of this resort is going far and wide, and there's not enough units. There's not even close to enough units. As we start to build this out, then you're going to start to see this even fill out even more, and it's going to be more and more of a name.
And I mean, take a look at some of these renderings of the project that we're going to show you right now. I mean, the place is beautiful. It has modern aesthetic. You have your own parking pad. Some of the units have covered parking. They can go anywhere from a 1-bedroom flex all the way up to a 3-story townhouse. I believe there's something like, how many units did they say there was in total? It was...
Oh, that's a good question.
Of units
I think we're looking
at initial phase, right?
Just over 100 units for the initial phase. And that's not even talking about that one special unit they have. It's the architect's choice. They call it the cube, and it is like a glass cube for those who need to see and be into nature, immersed completely. This one's going to be a no-brainer because they're pumping the resort so much now, and all the resort marketing pieces that are going into this. Calabogie is just going to be exploding, and we're going to see all of these new entries, new events happening there, and as well as the infrastructure that's being built out over the next few years is just going to make this place going to be the next spot to be. How else are you going to go from like ski out of my lodge and then down the hill and you could be lakeside?
This is a great alternative for those people that don't want the busyness, because I've been to Blue Mountain on a weekend, and sometimes you're 30, 45 minutes just to wait in line for a chairlift. So this is great for someone like that is looking for, if they're going to go skiing or snowboarding a few times a year. okay, they have a beautiful place to stay, they can also rent it out. Anyone in the GTA, this would be great for. If you're living in Ottawa and you're looking for a ski snowboard option,
Yes.
then this is a great opportunity. So,
Well, that's where you want to bring the family, I think. But honestly, at the end of the day, this is also where you want to just do events. So if it's a bachelor party, a bachelorette party, and they want to do something that's going to be lodge or mountain themed, then that's where you're going to go. The weddings are happening like crazy in the summer on the pavilion, right on the water. It's like a pier on the water, and then they're hosting the events inside the lodge. So that tells you right now that if you're part of the hotel pool and you want to do a rental, I mean, it'd be a no-brainer to buy this, use it one time a year with your family for vacation, and rent it out the rest of the year, and just let it pay for itself. And that's kind of where my head's at with this space. Like, use it as much as you want, but don't.
yeah.
I mean, there's no real pressure here.
Yeah, no, I love it.
But I also love that Berkshire Hathaway is the one and only brokerage representing this build, and is allowing us to pump this one out, because this is one near and dear to my heart. I love resort and vacation properties. Being up in Muskoka, this one's very, very close to me.
And our advisor team has been doing a ton of work on this, bringing it to market,
pumping it out.
This has been, I think, 2 years in the making, but we're on full board pushing this one out.
Yeah, we got our decks today.
Like you said, there's a ton of phases, so you're getting in ground level.
Yeah, if you like being in a phase one and getting the biggest bang for your buck and the cheapest price possible, because you'll never see it again, then you want phase one. If we talk about this phase 2, phase 7, phase 8, what have you, then we're starting to talk about like, oh, did you kind of miss the boat like you did with Blue Mountain? So, not to put any undue pressure, but I think this is going to be a short window of opportunity, but it's going to be well worth your while.
Yeah. So we're going to have a link in the description. So if you want to go down there, you can click on that. And if you'd like some more information on Calabogie Peaks and the project that Berkshire Hathaway Home Services is launching, just go down to that description, and we'll have all the info in there.